Hey.
There we go. We're live. Here we are.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 25 of Gunpla Talk, everyone's favorite Gunpla Talk show on the interwebs. Thank you for joining us again. I am one of your co-hosts, Tim Chowdamecca, and as always, we are joined by a variable potpourri, if you will, of other co-hosts, the Goonies of the Gunpla world, if I may be so bold. I would probably be Chunk from the Goonies. I think that's a good correlation. For all you ladies out there that want to see the Truffle Shuffle, that'll be $29.95. PayPal to tim@shotofmecca.com. I'll provide you with a link. Anyway, let's introduce the rest of these awesome co-hosts of ours. We're a little short on people, and our guest Xavier is running a little bit late, so we'll probably add some more as time goes on. So without further ado, let's go and hand it over to Josh. Josh, introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Josh Adara. I'm from Australia. I'm born in California, hence the mixed accent. And I'm into Gunpla. I've been into it for about 4 or 5 years. And I won GBWC in 2015. And I'm hoping to finally enter again for this year. And I do Gunpla drawings, and I skateboard as well. And that's about it. Yeah.
Now, when you say mixed accent, how do you mean mixed accent?
So in Australia, instead of saying water, you say water. And I say water. So I use the end part of the American accent and then the beginning of Australia. And some words I say that way, and some words I don't say that way. Yeah. So it's kind of chopped up and bastardized. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting then.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Oh, good.
Yes, I am, Tim. Yes, I am.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Josh. Let's take it over to Zach. Zach, introduce yourself, man.
Hey, I'm Zach, and I'm American, but been living in Korea for almost 6 years, and 1 year in Japan. So hence the accent. And yeah, I'm making Gunpla stuff, and I have a cold all of a sudden from this morning. As soon as I woke up, it's just like open faucet in my nose. So sorry about that. But
everybody type in your sad emojis in the chat for Zach.
We're having a giveaway of Zach's used tissues if anybody wants to enter for that. Yeah.
Oh man, the shipping is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a huge box.
Nice.
Huge box. But it'll be really light, so it might be okay.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Nice.
Ricardo said ZakuAurelius. Yep.
Yeah, that was funny.
That's it.
Nice.
All right.
Good deal. So, like I said, we are awaiting Xavier. He let us know he's running a little bit late. Simon, we're not sure exactly where he is. He's kind of MIA. And Justin had a prior work commitment this evening. So, like we said before, we're running a little light on personnel, but hey, doesn't matter. We got Shizuoka that we got to talk about. There's a ton of stuff that we got to cover today. So, without further ado,
three best people anyway. We got the three best out of the group. The 3 best people out of the group.
Wow.
Yeah, even Simon and Justin agree. It's just so they're all right. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, rock and roll. All right, so let's talk about what each one of us are working on real quick, and then we'll get right into kind of the meat of the conversation, all the releases and the hobby show at Shizuoka. And I hope I'm not murdering that name, by the way, too. So I'll start off. If you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you know about the Ozymandias, my project for GBWC 2017. It's going really good. Starting to smooth out the armor, which is the exact opposite of Josh, where Josh sharpens the armor. I am smoothing it. So I am the anti-Josh, if you will. So that's fun. But it's coming along really good. So follow me on Chowdamecca Facebook and Instagram if you want to see more. So
and is that is this the first kind of build where you've done this much like kind of kit bashing and part assembly from other kits? Is that new to you, or have you done that before?
No. I mean, the hummingbird was heavily kit bashed.
Well, actually, I guess okay. So I've just probably accidentally complimented you because it all looks like it suits itself with the hummingbird and the Aussie Mandies. I can tell it's all coming from different spots. Yeah. Okay. So you're all over it. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it's like the Aussie. You know, I picked different different kits that kind of had the same aesthetic. So, you know, the Grimgird, you know, has a very kind of, I guess, that regal knightly aesthetic. And then I'm using parts from a Perfect Grade Wing Zero, which, you know, has the, you know, the very sharp kind of pointy shoulders and, you know, that kind of aesthetic. And then obviously the Sinanju Stein is a little bit different, but it's got a really nice frame. So it does kind of all fit together pretty well aesthetically. So it's not too hard to kind of piecemeal these things together. So I kind of lucked out, really. So,
yeah, nice.
but, yeah.
Do you find it hard to see it kind of coming together until it's all in primer? Or does your brain gotten better at seeing how things work? Because all the different colors throws me off when I'm doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Like for me, I have a picture in my head of what I want it to look like. And the challenge is just getting it to that point, you know? So I can see past the different colors and everything and kind of visualize what it's going to look like in primer and then obviously in paint as well. So it's not too hard for me to envision that, but it does take, I guess, a little bit of forethought into, you know, getting it to that point, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Cool. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So, all right. But hey, let's talk about what Josh is working on. Good segue.
I just got this fella in the mail. The High yeah, man. I don't know why, but like when you get into Gunpla, you like certain kits and designs, and then you just start liking weird ones like this, which now to me are just not weird. And Zach painted one a little while ago, and he was in stock on HLJ, so I picked him up. So I'm looking forward to snapping that. Really cool colors on that guy. And then I'll see if this will work. I'll put some LEDs. I got to turn my light off. See if this will work. Put some LEDs in the Zeta's head. Where's his head? Here we go. Bam!
Oh, wow.
You're probably not going to be able to tell very well from there. Yeah, so I wanted to put some LEDs in the head just for the eyes and for the head cameras. And there wasn't much room in there. I spent probably 3 or 4 hours soldering and grinding and everything, but it got it to work. And I had to kind of make my own, you know, when you have a master grade with an LED set that can fit into it, it's got the long clear in there and the piping up from below. I had to make my own long clear bit. From just some clear plastic runner, sanding that down, and I tested it before I had that clear runner in, and the light was okay, and then I put that in, and it really works. It sends the light all the way down to the front cameras, and I sand the tip of that long runner, and that actually diffuses the light and catches it at the front. So if anybody's looking to do something like that, a little tip is just to sand a little bit of the front of it, and all the LED light will get caught at the front and kind of glow, as opposed to an LED light shining directly at your eye. It works really cool. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm working on that. And actually, I can show you. Can you give me a presentation, Zach?
Yeah. Hang on just a second there. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Xavier's here.
Cool.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah. Okay. So what I've got is this is working on the head. You guys can see that.
No, not yet.
No? Okay, let me get up. I am a professional. Okay, right there. Yes, no?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is just, I finally finished the head. I added some more details to it, and there's before on the left and after on the right. And I did some little scribing around the V-fin where they join into the front head lens to make it look like they kind of open and close. And And there's the clear lens that I put in on the front. So I hollowed out the V-fin part on the left and put in a clear lens, which ended up being pretty tricky. And I carved these lenses, spent probably about 15 minutes shaving the lens to make it fit perfectly. And then I just drop it and it disappears into my carpet. And I did that twice. So I lost 2 of them. So I've learned from that. And here you can see I had a few more details on the top of the head. I tried to not go over the top, but I had fun adding these little notches in. So that's looking, I'm really happy with that so far. And that's the fella with the LED on. And it's cool. It does the thing where the light lands out on the tops of the cheeks, which I really like. And then this is the mean Zeta front on face. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And it's getting there. And I'm starting painting now. So I did some priming on the head, and all the imperfections and stuff are all gone, which is really hard to do on a head because it's so little. But a few passes with the primer, a few bits of sanding, and it's pretty much perfect in my eyes. So now I'm up to doing the painting. So I think I'm gonna get it done.
Awesome. When's the Australia GBWC?
August 21st.
Ooh,
so I have about 3 months, 3 and a bit.
3 or 7 months.
So
yeah,
man, way better than the 2 days I gave myself to paint last year.
Nice.
Like literally, yeah. Yeah, so there we go. So that's what I'm working on. Yeah, and I'm still having fun with it and loving looking at it. So that's the best part.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, Zach, what are you working on?
Now that I have all the other kind of smaller things out of the way, I'm trying to focus on my mega size Zaku now. And not really much to show. Like how I had been working on it before was just kind of like half the parts were just laid out all over my desk, and I would just like do something on this part, and then like have ADD and like want to go do something on this other part, and then want to do something on this other part. But I'm trying to focus and work on like just one part at a time now to go through it that way. I think will be more efficient probably. So right now I'm just working on the arms, and one thing that I wanted to do, the kit is make the arms asymmetrical, so it looks like one of the arms was like replaced, so it'll have different details and it'll be painted in different color.
Oh man, that's rad.
So yeah, there's not really much to show, and there's a bunch of putty on it now, but like this is like the modified one. Cut out this bit here on the front, and have like this is just another frame piece. You'll probably recognize this piece. It's a very recognizable piece.
Yeah, that's the thigh on the frame from a 2.0. Hey.
Yeah, but that fits inside of there, so it'll look like kind of frame on like the inside of the arm. Yeah.
Oh, how sweet is that? That is, I forget how mega size is. That's huge.
It's very huge. I like the upper arm too. Just working on, just cut out some bits and like drilling some. And anyways, just working on that a bit. Not really much to show at the moment, and adding some little detail parts and things like that. Oh, I guess like could show you the chest part. Probably has some more. Pull the box here.
Is it great? Is it great working on something that scale for doing detailing?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very large. The chest. Things like this side, I've added some bits. Added Vulcan.
Oh yeah.
Machine gun there on this side, so I'm gonna make it symmetrical later, and little vent here, so sort of similar to like the Origin style.
Yeah, that vent looks cool.
This bit here, I'm gonna add some hosing in there.
Oh yeah.
In that little bit. It's just adding things just here and there. So just chipping away at it slowly. It's a lot of kit there to work on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sounds like tapping his mic or something.
That might be Xavier's mic. Okay, there's muted. Yeah.
Xavier is there?
So
no,
maybe.
Play mystery man.
I don't know. Anyway, sorry, Zach. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, now that the other projects are done, I do still have one commission that I need to paint, but probably we're gonna work on that later. I know he's not in a hurry for that, so
That's crazy. It's been so long that you've had multiple projects going. That's crazy that you've just got that one now.
Well, I was working on this, and then I wanted to take a break. I thought I'll take a break for like a month to paint the Psycho Zaku. I figured I was going to get that done in a month, and it ended up taking more than that, and other stuff happened in between too, and it's just kind of been a while. But anyway, really want to get this done because I do have a lot of other stuff that I want to do, but want to do this well. Want to give it enough time.
Nice.
But
very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Do we have any? Zach, do you have any news other than Shizuoka?
Pretty much everything was covered at Shizuoka, I guess. I mean, just we'll look through all the kits and stuff, but I guess just to talk about stuff that's like not actually kit related. I mean, they're just related to the anime anyway. There's the 2 new Build Fighters things coming. That one, I guess, is going to be either like one short, and maybe Xavier will know more about this. One, I guess, is going to be like one short or a series of short films.
Okay.
That one was, what was the name of that? One was GM's Counterattack. The other one was Battle Log. Yeah, I think Battle Log is the one that's supposed to be like a series of shorts, I think. And then GM's Counterattack is going to be like a little bit more of a series, I guess, but I don't really know exactly.
And these are Build Fighters?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You hadn't seen that, Tim?
You know, I have not.
I know how you love Build Fighters,
Oh,
so I thought you didn't know all about that.
It's my favorite. It really is.
And I love it because it is my favorite. It's hilarious.
I think that's like, aside from just kits, which we'll look at, I think that's kind of like the only real news thing, just unfortunately.
Yeah. So let's talk about just real quick. Speaking of anime, the length of the episodes of what's
Twilight Axis.
Twilight Axis, yeah. For those that don't know, how long are they?
3 minutes.
Wow.
3 minutes.
So apparently, I think if I remember correctly, it's going to be like 6 3-minute episodes and then one like 5-minute episode at the end. I guess something like that.
Movie length version for the 5-minute episode at the end.
Yeah. So 23 total minutes overall. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So like basically the length of one episode of a show.
Yeah.
A normal show.
Without
I don't know. I mean, it depends on how they do it. I think if they do it really well, it could be cool. I mean, it could be fine. I mean, you can fit.
Yeah, if the battles are fantastic.
Yeah.
But like on the one hand, from what we've seen in the trailer, it looks like there's going to be like a lot of kind of, not a lot, but at least a fair amount of these kind of like just slow, calm shots.
Okay.
Which you would expect to see like in a normal series, but for a series like that, when the episodes are so short, it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how they work in those like slow, like kind of static shots into it. It's going to get an interesting aesthetic, I think. So
yeah,
a lot of people are freaking out and think that it's going to be shit because of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, being so short and everything, it's like, you know, you do have kind of a tendency to be disappointed because you're used to either, you know, full-on series, OVAs, or even movies. You know what I mean? So being 3 minutes is like, oh man, it's really just kind of heartbreaking. You know?
It'd be funny if they're, what is it, 23 minutes? It's like 22.7 minutes of like talking, and we're like, what are we gonna do? How dare they come and battle us? And then it's like the last 30 seconds, he's like in the cockpit and he's like, Gundam Tristan launching, and it's like credits.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
To be fair, like I think they could have fit like all of what War in the Pocket probably could have fit into one 23-minute episode too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know, I think if it's gonna be 23 minutes of like the first quarter of the first episode of Unicorn. You know, the fight scenes like with the Jagans and the Kastatri and everything.
Oh,
then I'm cool with that. I would be totally cool with that because that's like some of the best mech fighting I think I've ever seen. Probably some of the best in the Gundam franchises. But if it's 23 minutes of Hiro Yui exposition, then I'm just going to be like, yeah, this isn't good, you know? So that's my 2 cents anyways.
It looks like it's going to be very, very similar to Unicorn.
Yeah.
In terms of like the style of it. So.
And they got some cool, they've got some cool takes on some of the suits that we have seen previously. Like they have like a purple camouflage Jagan or something like that. I think I saw. Wasn't that from Twilight Axis?
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
If it's there was that new P-Bandai Type D Jagan.
Okay.
The camouflage. Is that the one you're talking about? It's not really purple, but.
One? See, I thought that was from Twilight Axis for some reason. I may be wrong. I may be totally wrong.
It's like
I probably am wrong.
Slightly purplish blue color tan. We'll see it when we look through the pictures. If that's the one you're talking about, I don't know if it's from Twilight Axis though. I don't think so. I think it's from some manga.
Oh well.
There's that purple Bioland.
What's that?
There was a purple version of the Bioland.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that too. Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Looks pretty goofy because it's a version of the original Bioland, not the Bioland custom, which I think is a little bit better design.
Yeah. With
so
the real arms.
A little bit more. Yeah, it's got a little bit more of that 80s like Zeta, double Zeta feel to the design of it, rather than like the Bioland custom, which is very Katoki.
Rad.
Right. Man. All right, good deal. All right, so hey, Xavier's with us. What's up, man?
Hey, Xavier.
Xavier, there? Can you hear us?
I think you're muted, Xavier.
Xavier, now you're muted. Now you're not.
Now you're muted.
Now you're not. Jesus. He's dicking with us. That's the thing.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Zaves.
I don't think he's even. Oh wait, no. He just said something, but I couldn't hear him.
No.
Is he dicking with us?
No. Ricardo said in the chat that there is a purple Jagan. It's pictured on the box of the Tristan.
Oh yeah, see, I thought so. All right, cool.
I haven't seen that.
Anything, Xavier? No, he's muted.
I just messaged him to say we can't hear him.
Yeah.
He can type everything he wants to say through the whole show, and I can try and do my Xavier impersonation.
Oh Jesus! No, we can't hear you, Xavier. See, I see him talking, but we can't hear him. 1 minute. Okay, cool.
Oh gosh.
All right, so let's start rolling. And there he goes. All right, so let's start rolling through some pictures while we're waiting for Xavier to work out the technical issues. So, Zach, you want to throw up some pics for us or something?
Yeah. Which ones do you want to see?
Let's go with the releases first, because I think everybody wants to probably see and hear about those.
All right. I know, like I said, we have Ricardo's images, but just for the sake of going through them quickly, Ricardo has a lot of really good pictures. Let's look at the tag.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, there he is.
Okay.
There he is. Cool.
You can hear me now, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, welcome, man.
Hey guys, sorry about being late.
Oh, that's
all good.
No
No worries. How was Japan?
I was in back-to-back meetings most of the time. I did try at one point to do a Facebook Live, and I did it, but I was kind of rushing through it because I had a meeting to go to in like 15 minutes. So I think I just gave everyone motion sickness when I was doing it.
It was moving pretty fast.
I have to rethink how to do that next time.
Maybe just record it first and then just post it in like, see if you can like change it to slow motion.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like that. Like that.
Be something.
No, it was funny like watching your live streams, because you started it like on the camera that faced you. And you had this like super serious look on your face, like what the fuck, damn Facebook Live, right? And then like 2 seconds later, I just found it kind of humorous, is all.
Yeah, it's like starting the app, and it's like, oh crap, it's facing my face. I don't want to see my face. They just want to see the plastic.
Nice.
Oh man, Xavier, he's just so into himself. Just always got to have his face on everything. Jeez.
Nice. So how was it? Did you have fun over there?
So for those who don't know my background, when I go to Shizuoka now, it's mostly for business services. So I am there to work. It was last year when it was my first time. This year is like there was some fun parts, but there was a lot of actual work involved.
Right.
There's a lot of things happening within Bandai Hobby. So the Shizuoka Hobby Show is a showcase for all the big model manufacturers. Bandai Hobby makes more than just Gunpla, even though Gunpla is about 80+% of the product that they make. However, they are greatly expanding the number of IPs. Star Wars has been one of them, and there's going to be a continuing focus on branching out their reach using their established expertise in model kit building. So I was in a lot of meetings where I was looking at and reviewing with them a lot of IPs that they're working on. There was also a lot of discussion about like packaging design, instruction manual layout. Basically, it was all the things that you normally don't really think about when you go like buy kits yourself. But we're looking really like seriously and heavily into a lot of these types of topics.
Man, the packaging design and the manual layout, that already, I'm like, oh, I wish I could sit in on those meetings. Was it interesting for you, or is it just kind of, that's not the part of the work that you like as much?
No, it's interesting for me, but it's very exhausting because they tend to take a while, and there's oftentimes subjects that are overlapping, and you have to remember some other thing from some other meeting because it actually somehow becomes relevant for this meeting.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
So your brain has to be on.
Yeah, my brain has to be on. So apart from the time zone difference, like I was also running on a lot of caffeine, so it was I got pretty exhausted during the trip a lot. I didn't have a chance to go to the Rainbow 10 store. Those of you who were into building Gunpla many years ago, there was a internet mail service called Rainbow 10. Their physical store still exists, but they did shut off their internet store. I did want to go check it out. That is located in Shizuoka, but I didn't have time this trip.
Darn it. The Gunpla Australia guys, Ryan and Scott, they were posting that they went there, and it was the first time I heard of it, but already I was jealous that they got together. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as well.
I made up with Ryan and Scott. We had fun times.
Yeah, cool.
That's nice.
I missed out on the drinking with them. We went to separate bars the night of the Bandai party. And so it's like I was like alone chilling with the Bandai guys. I was texting him like, "Hey, where are you guys? I'm just here with the Bandai guys." which awesome. By the way, if you ever go drinking with Bandai, make sure you drink lots of water because Japanese businessmen can drink a lot.
Yeah, it's like a built-in superpower that they have.
So who was with you, man? Yeah,
after the Bandai party, the Bandai guys that were with me were like Benji and some of his other coworkers.
Some of his team.
Yeah, we were missing the Asia team members, and so we were poking fun that like, hey, where did all the Asia representative people go? Like they're having their little party without us.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
The Asia region it's composed of Taiwan, Singapore, Philippines. They do have like Thailand, Hong Kong. Actually, Australia is part of Asia territory, believe it or not.
Oh, we are too. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, they're all those guys, right? And we're just like looking around, like, where'd they all go? Like, you go to different like parties. What's going on?
Oh man, they missed out. That's awesome. So it sounds like it sounds like a lot of work, but it sounds like you had a lot of fun too, though, right?
Yeah, it was just back to back of everything. So it's like one thing you're working, and then it's like, all right, well, now we gotta go eat dinner, and then we gotta like mandatory drink. Oh, we got a mandatory drink. Oh.
Oh man, that sounds like torture. Nice. All right, cool. So, all right, well, you know what? Let's get into these. Let's get into these pictures and let's talk about these things. I know a lot of everybody's in the audience is kind of waiting for us to get through these things and talk about them here. So let's get right to it, man.
Yo, all right.
Cool. Yo,
yeah, it'll be good for me to be off camera and just present to you guys this, so people aren't enjoying the show, watching me wipe my nose. Xavier, you missed the beginning part where I said that I woke up this morning with a faucet for our nose. So, excuse that. Like I said, just for the purposes of kind of getting the main highlights, we can look at the tag hobby one first, I think. And then if we want some more detailed photos and stuff, we can look at Ricardo's page there. He has a bunch of close-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, for the guy asking about my camera position, it's because I'm using the integrated webcam on my laptop, and for some stupid reason, they position the camera near the keyboard.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, so that's why my camera angle is really weird.
Oh, that's funny.
That's annoying.
Oh, man.
Nice. All right. So first up, it looks like we've got the 1/48 mega-sized unicorn. This was, I'll be honest with you, this was kind of unexpected for me.
Yeah, very shocking.
Yeah.
So Xavier, how did this thing look, man?
This thing is pretty massive. Actually, let me see if I have another picture of it too.
What's it going to be, like 40 centimeters tall or something like that? Or more?
What did that... Did I have a sign graph thing? Maybe I didn't have a sign graph thing.
There you can see it compared with...
Oh, no, my picture is blurry to that one.
Yeah.
Yours is better.
So it looks like it's going to be like 30 centimeters or even more with that massive fin.
It's big. There's a picture comparison I have here with the mega size RX-78. It's taller than it. I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. How do I screen share? Screen share. Screen. Oh wait, what did I just do?
Should be on the
mouse.
left.
Yeah, move your mouse to the left side.
Screen share. Oh yes, there we go.
There you go.
So on the left, you guys see this?
Yeah. Wow, it's head and shoulders above.
Jeez. Literally head and shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty big. You know what's cool is like at the show there are no like windows in front of any of the displays. I actually several times I could just like touch any of it.
I noticed that in some videos, and I find that just really cool because it like imbibes this trust on all the attendees. And it's like, man, we're not going to put glass in front, just don't knock them over. And it's cool.
Yeah, so like there are actually a number of times where I could have just like touched any of these prototypes, but it's like everyone like seems to realize like, hey, they're letting us like just like go like right up to our noses on them. I guess I can be responsible and not be a dick.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like everyone has that same sense of, yeah, I'm not going to be a dick and like do things.
Yeah. Oh man, it would be horrible to be the person you're leaning in to get a shot at the unicorn with your phone, and you knock over the Justice or the Hammer with your elbow, and it falls down, and everybody would look at you. That would be terrible.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
Shameful.
At that point, you just run away.
It's interesting to see how high that RX-78 comes to the unicorn, like about to his chest there.
Yeah.
And then you look at this picture showing the perfect grade when you see in the background there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little
perfect grade
unicorn is just a little shorter than the mega size Gundam.
Yeah, sure.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be really huge.
So let's talk about this thing here. So I've never assembled or put together a mega size before, and from what I gather, it's more like a high grade, kind of scaled up. But this actually looks a little bit more complex, just from at least the pictures, anyways. How did it look in person, Xavier?
Yeah, it's pretty a nice like showpiece if you wanted to have something big on display. It's not as complicated as any perfect grade or even master grade. It has maybe its construction is maybe a little bit more complex than a high grade, but not so much. I mean, if anyone here has built any of the other previous mega sizes, I mean, there's some parts that are a little more complex for assembly than its high grade counterpart, but it's nothing that's like entirely difficult. The sort of the idea behind the mega size line was, I just want a really big version of X character,
Right.
being exorbitantly pricey as like a perfect grade.
And they are really
what this is going to fulfill.
They're really nicely detailed. So that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm glad it's got all those panel line details and notches and everything on it.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I have noticed with other mega size are the hands. A lot of the other hand sculpts are very simple and rudimentary, especially when you have like a fist. You know how on most fists you have kind of a hole where where your fingers curl up and everything, and it looks like, just looking at the pictures, it looks like the hands on the mega size unicorn are much more detailed than previous mega size. Is that kind of correct, or how did it look?
Yeah, I like the hand.
Yeah.
I don't recall. I haven't built a mega size since they came out some years ago, so I don't remember what the hands look like. I'm not entirely sure if the hand that's on this RX 78 is actually the actual hand that comes with it, or if they actually just use like the unicorn's hands and put it over. But the unicorn itself, its hands, when I was looking at it, it had nice sculpt. Like it didn't look like it was oversized. It didn't look like the position of the curled fingers was weird.
Yeah. No, I mean, just from the pictures alone now, and mind you, obviously this is probably just a prototype still. It looks like a nice kind of fixed posed hand that you would get like aftermarket, like a Kotobukiya hand or something like that. Like, very nicely detailed and all that. It looks really good. Hell, I'm half tempted to buy one of these things.
Yeah. And the thing that most excites me about this is I'm like realizing again, that's right, we're getting a one-to-one unicorn. And seeing all the notch details and everything, I was hoping that they were going to put some of that in on the life-size one. So I still hope they do, because I would love that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so the real grade unicorn is like, it's supposed to be the same as the real grade RX 78, where they're both based on the statues that are going to be put up.
Yep.
So I mean, the part of the reason for all this is because of that statue being put up. So the unicorn is now the only other Gundam besides the RX 78 that's available in all scales and all grades.
Oh yeah. And when is that getting started in construction? Do you know, Xavier? Did it say fall or something?
That's when it's supposed to open.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so it'll be up this year.
Wow.
I can't remember if it was like late or early fall.
Yeah,
that's pretty
I'm
quick.
planning to be there for another business-related event later at the end of the year. So I think I'll probably be seeing it after they have their opening ceremony.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that, because they're also redoing the shop that's inside the mall. It's no longer going to be Gundam from Tokyo. It's being called Gundam Base, just like the other Gundam bases that are in other countries.
Yeah.
Right. Is it going to be kind of the same theme as it was before? Are they going to change it up? Are they still going to have a shop and all that? What do you think it's going to be like?
It will feature every Gundam, I think, for sale.
Oh, wow.
So I think every kit that they've ever made will be available for sale, is what I've heard.
So it's going to be
that's going to be massive. Shop. That's like going to Yodobashi or something.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how they're planning to do it. But I mean, their museum area, when it was just the Gundam from Tokyo, they were able to fit every single model kit on display. within all those galleries. So I don't think it's a stretch to say that they could fit every Gundam model if they were really going to try it. This is what I've heard though, but I'm not exactly sure if that's true. I do know because there's basically like the distributing agents for all the countries. We get the reproduction lists ahead of time, and I do know I've seen the last few reproduction lists that they've been ramping up as if they were going to do that. Because I've seen items that haven't been reproduced in ages being reproduced this year.
Wow.
Wow. Gosh.
Yeah, we're Zach's showing some I guess concept art maybe for
looks like that they put together for it.
Might look like, and man, that retail space is just massive. Look at that. That's crazy.
I thought when I looked at this picture before, I thought this was just going to be their new museum area, not an actual like place to buy stuff. But then here, I just noticed in the back, actually, there's cashier.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know if they're going to integrate the museum and the shop together, or what. But
yeah, I think
they had, maybe it was in a different post I saw, but it talked about like what the different aspects of it are going to be, and it seemed like they had it like it was going to be separate.
Is it the first link in the base Tokyo official site?
The official site, I don't know what's there other than like just this.
That it's happening.
Yeah, it's kind of how the official site tends to be. So we'll see. Yeah, so the shop zone.
Here we go. Yep, it's all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Over 2,000 products for sale.
Wow.
Gunpla Builders Room. Gunpla Tokyo official goods factory. Yeah, they're gonna have I guess a machine, one of the like presses there.
Yeah.
On site, so you can like actually see like the runners being produced. I think it said something that like they're gonna be producing like some limited stuff there that you can get it like straight off the thing there. But yeah,
I like how there's the Gunpla building room where it's like I think it's up a little bit, Zach. Where you can enjoy building Gunpla. I'm just gonna fly all the way over there with a high grade kit, build it, and then fly home. I'm not even gonna buy it there. I'm gonna take my own. Oh gosh.
BYOG.
BYOG.
it's interesting that they're using this name. This is the Gundam Base is the name of like Bandai's official stores here in Korea. So there's like 5 or 6 Gundam bases here in Korea, and then I think it's in another country as well, Singapore maybe. I think is where they also have Gundam Base. So interesting that they're changing Gundam Front Tokyo also to Gundam Base.
Yeah. Was the Gundam bases out before GFT, or GFT was first? Do you remember?
Gundam bases were first.
Gundam bases were first. Okay, yeah.
I think the Korea one was the first one actually, but I can't remember.
As long as I've been here, they've been here. I think Gundam Front Tokyo opened in 2010, right?
Yeah, it's when the statue opened.
Yeah. So, and that's when I came to Korea. The Gundam base was here at that time. So it's since moved into a much larger, much nicer place, though.
And man, I'm so the 1-to-1 RX that they've taken down. I'm like, what are they doing with it? Where is it? Like, if they're going to throw it out, I'll just take it. Oh.
I have no idea what they're doing with it.
Damn it! Oh gosh, it's just in a few dumpsters out the back of the factory.
Yeah. No, I told Benji, the Bandai rep for the US, when I was over there, I told him, I said, look, if you guys need to store this someplace, I've got a big yard. I won't charge you a storage fee or anything. So open offer. And I still haven't heard anything from him, unfortunately. So I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, man. Imagine that for a prize draw competition, the best one ever, and everybody gets a piece.
Oh, yeah, right? That would be cool, man. I wouldn't mind having like a piece of the V-fin or something like that hanging on my wall,
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool. So, All right, cool deal. All right, so let's see. What's next? What was the next release here? I know we've touched on the real grade, and I think that's what's next on the pictures, right, Zach?
Yeah, on this one here.
Yeah, the real grade unicorn. Now, this is the Gunpla Evolution project deal there too. Xavier, fill us in on this thing, because I think we've only heard kind of bits and pieces about this. And what's the Gunpla Evolution project all about? Do you know?
Yeah, it's a marketing initiative that's basically laying the road out to the 40th anniversary, which is in 2020. So along the way, they're making significant highlight kits that are going to be part of this roadmap that are showing like basically how far Gunpla has come since the beginning of 1980. Other than being a fancy pants like name for describing all of these Gundams and other mobile suits that are going to come out in model kit form that are part of this, it doesn't. You don't really need to like think too much of it.
It's cool though that it's not going to be restricted to just one line. Like the Revive line was like only for high grades, but that they're involving the Gunpla Evolution project in different lines as well.
I mean, the Revive thing was just that itself was just a marketing term to describe the updated versions of kits they were releasing. And after the initial run, they removed that word from all of the boxes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact, none of the listings now even have the word Revive or All Gundam Project or anything like that, because they were just like at the time marketing like material for that for those releases. So they were never like a permanent part of the product name.
This is something that I wondered, and maybe you heard something about this, so maybe you know, but was the Zeta initially supposed to be under the Revive name, and then it was just changed? Because I mean, that's essentially what it is, but do you know anything about that?
No, like the Revive was never like a permanent part of any of the product names. So like, was it the RX-78, the gun cannon? Like none of those actually have Revive as part of their official product name or description. They were just basically the marketing behind those releases at the time. It's no longer on the box art. You can't find mention of it in any like documents anymore. It was just what it was at the time.
Wow.
Which is also confusing because when you're looking at product materials, TR78 HGUCs, and there's nothing that differentiates them except the item number and the year of release. So for someone that wasn't aware of all the happenings and is like new to new to job or whatever, they won't have any idea why it's like that.
Just to make it easier for everybody.
Yeah, I
mean, I don't know if they're ever going to discontinue the original HGUC version. So like the RX-78, I don't know if they're going to ever stop making that one. I know they've discontinued the original high grade line, which was released in 1990-ish or so, which had the RX-78-2, the Gundam Mark II, the Zeta Gundam, and the Double Zeta Gundam. It was like preceded like all of the other high grade lines have come out since then, but no longer this. That RX-78 release, the first high grade ever, that was the one that had Kotoki's internal open hatch illustration. It was the first time someone saw it. It's the first time the public saw what was the Gundam Verka.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask about the RG Unicorn that some people have gathered is that it is going to have some forming parts to it.
It's going to be completely transformable.
Okay.
Like all the text that you are seeing accompanying the images are talking about how stable the transformation is going to be. Because they've actually put a lot of thought into like they're not oblivious to the fact that everyone's calling this like the RG grenade or whatever, like how the Zeta was really fragile. they take those comments. They know that it's pretty sophisticated in engineering, but also like you needed baby's hands with the strength of an adult man to actually like, transform it properly. So
Nice.
they've made a lot of refinements and improvements to this to hopefully like, provide the stability that they're promising. I mean, they developed a new frame for this that incorporates the UV transparent psychoframe plastic that's integrated with the actual frame parts. So I took a good look at the frame and I saw some like CAD work behind closed doors for this. So it does look like it's going to be pretty stable for the transformation gimmicks.
Yeah.
It's not as artsy as like the master grade version, so I think it should be okay. Honestly.
Now, were you able to hold one or handle it or anything like that while you were over there?
No, there wasn't anything besides prototypes. I mean, I could have just
Okay.
like touched this one, I guess, but
Gotcha.
actually, I was tempted to take a picture of me like just like with my finger like right next to I could touch it, but I didn't do that.
Nice.
Wait, I think I might have a few photos where like I actually stuck my camera in the case, and it's just like
Xavier, also, is that V-fin? Is it pre-printed gold like the perfect grade?
I don't know. I didn't actually ask. It might be though.
It looks like that.
I wouldn't put it past them. What I am super happy about is they're using no longer like the laser etched mouth vents. They're using the same thing they did on the RG gold frame, which is like a traditional face with like molded in lines.
Oh yeah, you were saying that I think last time you were on with us because the laser etched it just looked weird or something like that. What didn't it?
Yeah, I posted a comparison picture of the RG red frame and the RG gold frame's face on like one of Zach's reviews. But basically the you know how they have the vents on like the master grade and perfect grades now, they're actual like holes, slots, like you don't even have to panel line it. So they were doing that on the RGs, but because of the size difference in the scale, like the holes ended up looking really large and obnoxious.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
Yeah, and so it doesn't look very good on a small scale item, and so all the RG faces are trash because of that. However, on the RG gold frame, they were able to just use the traditional molded face, and it looks so much better than the laser etched ones. Where is my pictures of the RG unicorn where I'm like right inside the display taking photos? One of these? No, that's a pretty high res photo though. See my screen sharing. Yes, I'm screen sharing.
Man, I'm so excited to get this thing just to build it and see how the engineering, how they did it, and how it all goes together. And that inner frame, I want to have like 2 kits so I can have the inner frame just on display on its own. Oh, it's so cool.
It looks like it is two-tone white.
Yes, it is.
Super subtle. It's barely noticeable.
I love that. I love that it's subtle.
I mean, like here on the front square, you can see like the front panel is in a slightly like gray color compared to white. It's so barely noticeable. So I'm really glad about that because
yeah,
that could.
Yes, yeah. I think Josh and I are kind of on the same wavelength. Like we both perked up when Xavier said he saw the CAD drawings and stuff. We were just like, what? We want to see these things too.
Oh man! If they release books and stuff on this stuff, I'd buy it all. Oh my gosh!
And Josh, how much would you pay to be in on one of those packaging meetings?
Oh my gosh! Just the packaging, I don't even care. Yep.
Dude, I'd be like, yeah, sign me up. I'll be in that meeting all day long. Come on now.
Man.
This is the first year they had to sign like an NDA thing that was like a huge like super secret confidentiality agreement during the general presentation. Everyone was looking up like, really guys? Like, now you want us to sign this after like, I don't know how many years they've been doing it?
Nice.
Oh gosh. I mean, that runner that's one of the craziest looking runners I think ever.
Yeah,
One
that
thing
is pretty cool.
One thing that I was interested in, to what I'm trying to look at here, is how they're going to make this frame, because the arms and the legs need to extend. So I was wondering how they're going to make that on this pre-built frame, what it looks like here for the upper arm, or for the arm part. You can see they separated. Here's the forearm part, like where the hand actually plugs into that. It looks like separate from the main part.
Yeah.
So like that'll like fit together and be able to slide. That'll be cool.
Yeah, it's right. Stay on this picture here, right there, Zach. So up at the top there, I'm guessing that's the torso. Yeah. Like that. And you can see the mechanism where it extends and contracts there.
Yeah.
So I can only guess that there'd be something along the same lines, or some sort of mechanism in the arm that'll achieve the lengthening.
Let's see the leg one as well. I don't really see it too well, but it's the foot there. The leg frame. It looks like it's going to be like very little of an actual leg frame on the B runner.
I mean, it's going to look funny if you put it together without the extra psycho frame parts. It's going to be all skinny and spindly.
Right.
It's not going to look like that. Yeah.
No. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Jeez.
Well, it is pretty cool that they incorporated the kind of transparent plastic into the double molding process. That's something you don't see every day. Yeah.
And and on this photo, does it look like we've got two different colors of psycho frame?
Yeah, I was noticing that too. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. One's more red, one's kind of pink.
The color that's molded on the B frame.
Yeah.
That's the pink K. Yeah. And now I've heard that there's an LED set for this, but you need like a NASA nano microscope.
That wouldn't surprise me. Jeez.
Actually, Zach, if you look at my screen, I think you can see the different color that you're talking about more clearly, because I have more zoomed in photos.
Oh yeah,
look at that. That's crazy.
Man. And that's something I wouldn't have thought that they would do, like the armor color separation. But this might just look really nice.
I almost wonder. I mean, I assume it's on purpose, but just because that B runner, the plastic consistency could be a little bit different, and that could be why it just has to be like a little slightly different color. But I guess that wouldn't really matter.
Because they should be able to change that if they needed to. I mean, they're Japanese and Bandai. Yeah, they would be able to be super meticulous. Is that just beam saber plastic? Maybe. That's why it's that pink. They just had a bunch left over.
I mean, it is a prototype, so you never know.
Yeah. Also interesting that they were both on display, the Destroy Mode and Unicorn Mode. They're just up on action bases, not standing on their own. When I noticed that, I was like, oh.
No, that's because prototypes are all janky. Like,
right.
If you ever handle a prototype of anything, it always falls apart. So it's not really indicative of the final product.
Yeah.
I've been handling prototypes from different manufacturers for a number of years now, and they're all terrible. Like, they all fall apart in your hands. It's not something you'd want to steal because it would just crumble. They're generally just very finicky, and they're just basically there to show you what the final product is going to visually look like, not necessarily functionally look like.
Trying to keep these things stable while everybody's walking around, you'd need like a display stand that has like an anvil in the bottom of it to keep it from wobbling.
You guys remember Drunk Bawu from last year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so we've seen plenty of times when it's like an expo like that, and some model falls over, and that's when everyone takes pictures of it just to take the piss.
Yeah, exactly, right? Drunk Bawu. That's funny, man. All right, good deal. All right, so we got a lot of releases we got to get through.
Yeah.
So
So this has been the RG Unicorn episode. So tune in next month, guys.
yeah, right. Yeah.
There's
Talk about
just
nothing but unicorn.
we end up the price thing. That's cheaper than the Shinanju was, isn't it?
Oh yeah, how much yen is it?
38
Oh crap, I can't
before tax.
remember. It's more expensive than a normal RG. I forgot what the pricing was. I think it's close to the Sinanju, if not the same price.
Oh, sorry.
I don't remember.
Here you can see it'd be 3,800 before tax. What that is.
Oh yeah.
That's the same price, or is it like 200 yen? Maybe that was 200 yen less, or is it the same price? How much is the Sinanju? I forgot.
It was maybe 38 or 40, about the same price.
It might as well be the same price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of plastic in that for a 144, so
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise at all.
These are images of the P-Bandai versions of the perfect grade 00 riser. That
Oh yeah,
one
there's
is a
more
pretty cool
below
one.
10th anniversary stuff coming.
Oh, you might want to repeat that because I know a lot of people have been really worried about that. I've seen lots of
No,
comments.
there's a bunch of stuff they have planned. Like Gundam 00 aired in October, so it's like we're seeing some trickle now toward the beginning half of the year, but there's more stuff coming toward when the show actually did start broadcasting, which is in October when it first aired.
All right, there you go.
There's lots of products planned.
All right, good. Yeah, I figured so. I've seen a lot of people saying online like it's the 10th anniversary and they're not doing anything except for P-Bandai kits.
I mean, those still count though, because like,
Yeah.
I mean, even the US is getting XN Riser now, so
Yeah, thanks to Xavier.
yeah, because I'm a badass.
So basically,
That
like
was
you
cool,
just walked
though.
into Bandai headquarters and you're like, you're giving us that kit or else.
I'm shutting this whole place down.
Yeah, right. Now let's touch on this just for really quickly. So Xavier, when the new P-Bandai is available, how are people going to be able to purchase it?
You just walk into your store that buys Gunpla.
So is it going to be like
it's like it's a normal
available
item
for online retailers like Amazon and stuff too?
So depending on retailers will order product as they see fit. So any retailer that you guys buy Gunpla from in the US, like go ahead and ask them, hey, are you gonna order the XN Riser? Like, and then they'll probably order it. You don't have a way of like forcing every retailer. It's like, here, you must take this item times whatever number of pieces. You must take it. You must take it now. No, we don't do that. So
Gotcha.
I mean, it's up to your retailer if they want to order it or not, but usually most of them will order all releases. There's several that like cherry pick, but I don't see any reason why they would not take this item. So
That's awesome. I mean,
great.
it being the first kind of, I guess, P-Bandai distributed in the US by Bluefin is just a huge get, all by itself. So hopefully it's a
there was another one before this. The high resolution sixth form Barbatos we also did that one.
Oh yeah.
and nobody remembers that.
Yeah.
It had good success though, which is what counts.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what counts.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully it's a sign of things to come, especially for the guys in the US. So that's really, really cool. So great job.
I was trying to do the advanced GNX, but couldn't negotiate some things. So
couldn't get anything
that
out
one's
of
not
it.
available for this print.
Gotcha. All right. So what's next on the pictures here, Zach? Got a bunch of that. Here we go.
Just skip this one. I don't want to talk about this one. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
the
man,
big one.
they call it the double Z because it's so snoozy and boring. That's why they call it that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man,
Josh
this
with
is
the big one.
this is fantastic. I'm loving this thing.
Sleeping.
Yeah, this does look really, really good. A lot better than the previous normal version.
For sure.
I mean, just the proportions. It's a lot thinner, especially in the midriff area there. And man, it just looks really, really good. How did it look up close? I mean, it looks spectacular in pictures. So I can only imagine what it looked like.
Really, you think it looks thinner? I thought it looked more like more bulky in certain parts, especially like the bottom area for the feet.
I thought it was thinner too.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
their goal for this was to make it have the more like I guess elongated proportions on the enhanced double zeta version, according to their commentary that they've been translating into English. But
Mhm.
I felt like this was actually a little bit more bulky in some areas. I like the bulk, especially in the legs, at least for me. The feet are, even though they're elongated, it provides more of a bulk feeling in the lower section.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see
But yeah,
that.
Bandai's been translating their developer diary for this on their website. It's all in English. It's a really interesting read if you guys haven't taken a look at it. They've been doing like part 1 through 5 or whatever since it was first unveiled last year, I think. So there's a lot of cool information that they put out on this, and I'm hoping they'll translate the I'm hoping they'll translate the interview that's going to be inside the manual, because those are always fun.
Yeah, I love those.
Now, I'm sure you probably can't tell us for sure, but like, if you, I mean, what are the chances of us getting a
Oh, I asked this question.
full armor double zeta?
I asked Bandai, and we all just laughed because we already knew the answer. We were like, oh.
I mean, if you had to compare it to like a bunch of bananas, would there be a 1 banana chance, or are we talking about like?
No, it's a guaranteed
Full
chance,
bunch.
of course, that it's going to happen. But it's going to be like limited production run. Like that's the sort of like joke now, because like everyone knows that it's going to happen. Like even Bandai is aware, like they kind of have to do it now, just because of the limited like audience exposure. It's pretty bad.
I mean, I was certain that they were going to do like Assault Buster add-on set for the V2 when that came out, but
that was actually advertised in the original marketing materials for the V2. Like it was advertised that was in development, but I'm guessing what happened was the V2 bombed so hard that not even P-Bandai was going to be a good avenue for those.
I would have definitely considered it, but anyway.
Like it's been over 2 years now since the V2 came out, and like there was no immediate P-Bandai add-on like within its release window. Like that's a pretty bad sign of how successful or unsuccessful a product is.
Yeah, I mean, I think V2. I mean, it just has so limited an audience, at least outside of Japan, anyways. And that's just from my own personal observation. It just seems so. I can only imagine that it's blended to the how badly I guess it did. So that's unfortunate.
Like people who like Victory Gundam are very small in number.
Yeah.
So like that also translates to few people like wanting to buy merchandise from that show. Like I don't know. I like the B series stuff personally, but like it's the designs are very hard to attract people on a more casual, widespread consumer level basis. Also, the size to expense ratio of the Victory and V2 is really bad because of how naturally small the fictional robots are. The Victory Gundams, like if anyone remembers, like they're really small. Like they're barely taller than like a high grade 1144, and it's like you're paying for a master grade, and a lot of people feel like the expense isn't worth it because all of that expense goes into the transformation mechanisms, which you can't really see that on display after you've built the kits. Like you can have the fun, transforming it, but there's no real way to display that in progress transformation at all without like spending an exorbitant amount of money, like making your own custom stand or like holders to show off that transforming mechanism.
Well, all right. Well, I'm hoping that this one does well enough that we get a full armor set for it.
I think it will. Honestly, the Double Zeta's more popular than the Victory is anyway. Also, I like these like bulky things too. So
Yeah.
what's cool is that in the developer diaries, you do see them putting on the full armor parts from the original Master Grade Double Zeta release. So maybe they don't need to do too much to it. That might mean a good P-Bandai just like armor set release as opposed to a full-on P-Bandai release of just completely new armor to attach.
I'd be cool with that. Or
hell,
what
just
they
make it
could
a regular
do,
release.
they could just make a P-Bandai Phaz, or it's the Sentinel version.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen. I mean, like you can call it now these days. Like, oh yeah, that's probably gonna be P-Bandai. Oh yeah, that one's gonna be P-Bandai. Like it's really predictable now. Like it's no longer a question of is it going to be. It's just like it's super predictable now.
P-Bandai stands for.
You don't even have to like work in this industry to notice like, oh yeah, they're totally gonna do it this way.
The P stands for predictable.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Wow.
Now it does. Because we're all so smart. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm also happy this is cheaper than I was expecting. It was going to be 6,000 yen for that. It's pretty reasonable, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's cheaper than like was it the Thunderbolt was like is that
7,000, I think.
Yeah, so
I think so.
like, and this is like the transformation on the Double Zeta. If anyone's built the old Master Grade, it's pretty complex. Like they purposely made some like really complex leg design stuff in their planning stages for Double Zeta, the TV series. Like that whole leg transforming mechanism is sick.
Oh, I don't know it. I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah, I had the old Double Zeta full armor, and yeah, it was definitely different when it came to the transformation. I mean, I was expecting, on the same lines of the Zeta, but it was literally almost nothing like the Zeta. I mean, the chest had kind of the same transformation a little bit, but other than that, it was completely different. So yeah, it was a little odd. So hopefully they made it a bit more sturdy than the old one. But
just can't get over the seams on the barrels of the gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
This
I mean,
one,
honestly,
the original.
Like they're capable of like forming an entire circular object now. So
yeah, but that long though?
Yeah, like
Really?
like the Sinanju Stein's propellant tanks, or like
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Wasabi tanks. Like
Yeah.
you can do it.
Well, the Stein barrel cover,
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy long too. Yeah, no, I guess you're right.
People doing it.
Well,
It's
like
still a
we said, this is
they
a
might
prototype.
still do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, good deal. What else do we have here, Zach? What else is after this? What's this here?
So this is the P-Bandai kit that's coming to America.
Okay. So this is the one that we're getting in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Now, forgive my lack of knowledge of 00 stuff. I'm not a huge 00 fan, but this looks pretty interesting, and plus it's pretty cool for having a P-Bandai distributed in the U.S. and it's easy to get. So that's pretty cool. Still,
It's just one extra set of swords, is it not? I mean, as far as
No, there's an entire new backpack.
Oh, okay. The backpack.
The XN Riser was a different subunit to the O Riser on the 00 Gundam.
Okay.
For the release, though, they allowed you to just like dock both backpacks together.
Okay.
So it's like you get the full 00 Riser, but then you also get the XN Riser parts, which you can display it with the O Riser on top for maximum kibble.
Yeah.
The backpack.
Oh, that's cool. I want to do that.
maximum kibble.
I saw that. Let's see.
Like there should be some pictures of it where there's it's just the XN equipment on the 00 Gundam,
Yeah,
but
the backpack
I think
looks
most of the
insane,
pictures
man.
we've seen have been on both.
That's
It
fantastic.
even has that little stand for the backpack because it's so ridiculous.
Oh, it doesn't stand up on its own? Oh, jeez.
Maximum kibble.
Yeah. So you can simplify it.
That's the XN stuff by itself. Yeah, it looks pretty sleek for just the XN parts by itself.
Man.
Looks very similar to like the Impulse. It was like the
Yeah,
Sword Impulse
that's what I was thinking
backpack.
of. Totally.
I dig it.
Yeah, I like that with all that stuff on the back. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of kibble.
I'd consider that.
All
I
right,
really
rock and
enjoyed the
roll.
RG quite a bit. So the RG really changed my mind on the whole design of the double riser in general. This is another P-Bandai kit coming.
Yep,
Yay.
Castle's Gundam based on the 3.0 frame.
Hey, assuming that's going to come with water slides, that's really
yeah,
pretty
like
much.
it's now a standard for like P-Bandai Master water slides.
Is this the first color variation we've had for the 3.0? Or am I missing some?
No, I think it is. I mean, there might have been like a GFT variant, but that would have just been different stickers.
Was there no P-Bandai G3 Gundam?
Not
I don't think it
that I
was made in
remember.
3.0 frame. There was a G3 version too.
Mm. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I have
remember that
the two. I would have bought that if there was, because I love that gray.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there's that. The Crossbone X2 Kai. It's also coming.
Now, is that new or is that a reissue?
No, this is the second version of it.
Okay.
So the first version is the one that comes with the Shot Lancer, which is the lance weapon. This one
Okay.
comes with different boosters for its backpack, and also a different main gun.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's pretty cool. I like the backpack.
Yeah.
On that one. Definitely a really cool look. These just more P-Bandai stuff. These are. Do you know anything more about this Ace pilot log? That's a. What
No,
that's about?
I don't know because like I have to selectively choose subjects that I need to like look at from a perspective for the US. So it's like as soon as I find out it's like it's Japan only, it's like my brain turns off. I don't know what this. I don't actually know what this is.
It looks pretty cool though. I mean, they've got some nice, nice designs. I mean, he's got what is that? A Gabby Hazard Zaku there, and some of the other ones that some of the other aces.
Blue one is Robert Gilio.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And
Looks like a Shin Matsunaga. Yeah.
the one on the top there is Shimatsu.
Yeah.
This one is what was it? I forget the name, and it was like misspelled all over the place everywhere too. Something Mansfield.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was. And then this is the new one here, the like brown and yellow one.
Yeah. See, these are cool. Just the different colorizations on the aces, the ace pilots and stuff. It's pretty neat.
This
I like
one I'm
this.
also
I dig it.
noticing, Masaya Nakagawa also has a different antenna on the top. I just noticed.
Oh, yeah.
It's more just like straight vertical looking. It's just kind of but basically, I mean, for the most part, these suits are just, you're basically just paying for a set of water slide decals for them. Because I mean, if you paint, you're just repainting the Hyoguri type Zaku.
Yeah. I still dig them though. I think it's cool. I think
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
cool
for
idea.
sure. I have a couple of them. They're really super nice. This next one, I've heard people say that they saw somewhere. I don't know where they're seeing it in this image. Maybe they saw some other images, but that's apparently going to be a different version of a Johnny Ridden Zaku.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if maybe I don't remember if we had any more here on Ricardo's post. Yeah.
Oh, did Ricardo go to the show?
Yeah, Saturday, I think he said.
Oh, okay. I missed him then. I was only there on Thursday and Friday during the business of hours.
Yeah, so he didn't have pictures of that, but he has just pictures here of the new kits. So yeah, that's the new Shin Matsunaga version. I love this one much more than just the standard one, personally.
Yeah.
So they just recolored Dazzle Zabi's Royal Guard Zaku and called it Shin Matsunaga's Zaku.
Ah, Nawasa? Omamoy?
Hey, Noah.
Like Noah.
Ah, Moabi-san? Oh, sorry. We can see. Move on here down the list. Oh yeah, that one. I love the colors of that one too.
That is cool, yeah.
Mm.
Is that like a cream white?
Yeah.
Not straight white? Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
white is cream color.
Yeah.
It's much better than if it was just white, I think. Oh, pencil came too. This, yeah.
Yes.
Grand X.
Yes.
Thinks. The color.
Pretty
Quite
cool.
a lot of new parts for that kit, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
knees.
there's a lot.
Oh,
The knees are cool. I like the shoulder
Oh.
extensions there. Those are pretty neat.
yeah.
Personally, I hate that. So something I don't like about this, I don't like the blades added to the shoulder.
You don't like those? I think they're cool.
No, I'm not into it personally, but and the fin on the head too. If it was just the regular kit with just the lance and these different armor for the leg, then I would kind of be into it. But all the stuff on the upper body, I'm not really into.
Right.
Just me personally. I'm sure it'll still have horrible ankles that everyone will hate and complain about.
I've never had a problem with those ankles. I don't know what everyone's on about.
Yeah, mine were a bit floppy. I just ended up super glue gripping all of the joints, and then it was just rock solid. Yeah.
There you go.
The Justice
Justice. Yeah.
Yeah.
looks
Very
nice.
pink.
Yeah. Do we want to see more pictures of that? I know Ricardo has more, but I mean, it's not really too much to talk about, I feel like.
The Justice is already
I mean-
coming out. Everyone's seen it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've known about this for a while. I think this is the first time that we've actually kind of seen a bunch of it, though. So I think everybody knows what they're getting.
One thing that I thought was interesting about it, though, is how they made the feet, how they're going to connect to the backpack when it's standing on it. What they did was they made a part in the foot with a peg that folds down out of the foot that plugs into the backpack.
Oh, cool.
But if you remember the Freedom 2.0 foot has a hole in it, so I thought they were gonna make it like the opposite,
Oh, yeah.
where like the backpack would have a peg that fits into the foot, and they just reuse the parts from the Freedom 2.0's foot. But
That's cool because then because I know if there were like pegs, fold out pegs on the top of the backpack, if I had the backpack separate, I wouldn't want to see fold out pegs sitting there folded down. So that's kind of cool that it's underneath the feet. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. The Hammer.
Yes.
Oh man, this thing is huge. Like it's bigger than the Double Zeta. Like
Oh wow.
Really?
I don't know if there's any photos out there that like show just how big this thing is, but this thing's Xbox huge.
Wow. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Like those shoulders alone are so thick, like mean thick. Like man.
Oh man. I'm so excited for this.
See, knowing that now I'm half tempted. I was not sold on this design at all. I'll be honest, but knowing that it's got some beef to it, man. Now I have to think about my priorities again.
Wait, Zach, do you have any like close-ups of the Hama?
Here's one. Here. These are just Ricardo's images that I'm looking through here. So,
Oh, okay. Do I have one here that shows how thick this thing is?
you mean like from the side?
Yeah, I think I took.
You can
some.
sort of see it here.
You can see there, those shoulders there. It's almost like they're a cube. That's how wide they are. Oh, this is so
I really
cool.
like what they've done with this design.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks much, much better.
It's got some really nice detail for an RE, you know.
Yeah. The RE kits, I haven't built all of them. I think it's just the first two, the Nightingale and the Mark III I haven't built, but the other ones have all been really nicely detailed.
Yeah.
I've just built a Bawu, and I was really impressed with it.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to look at this picture, especially because to see how much those shoulders are going to weigh down the arms at the shoulder joint there. If they're just going to be like drooping down the whole time, because we can see like here the shoulders are up and looking fine, like that maybe won't be a problem, but these, I mean, they're not like quite as up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it looks like that shoulder joint is pretty unique, so hopefully they've made that in a way that they are going to be nice and solid there, so you don't have the arms just drooping down the whole time.
Yeah, I mean that connection looks pretty bulky in of itself too. So, and I'm sure the inside of those shoulders are fairly hollow, I would imagine, just to cut the weight. You know.
Yeah.
When is this one coming out? Is this August or September?
No, it's July, August.
Yes, cool.
Yeah, July.
Oh yeah, July. Yeah.
So that means we may still get one more RE before the end of the year, possibly.
Fingers crossed.
Wait, I had the calendar. Maybe. I'm not sure because a lot of calendars tend to shift around a lot. So even though I know the answer, I don't know if it's actually true because it could change like next month. They can shuffle something in its place.
In terms of bananas, give it to us. What are the chances?
50-50. 50-50, there's something else coming out that's not a P-Bandai variant of this.
All right. Oh, a P-Bandai Rosen Zulu. Boom.
Oh, nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that one.
No, I don't think they would actually make a P-Bandai Rosen Zulu of this. It's too different.
Well, just recolor it and it's done.
No, it's radically different.
No, I'm joking. Yeah.
I don't think it would be cost effective for them to P-Bandai a Rosen Zulu.
It would be like 99% new parts. They could maybe use a few of the frame parts.
That's more or less what it would be. Like
they could reuse the cardboard from the box shape.
I think like if anyone's gotten the Efreet Schneid 100 Bandai, that thing has like the most like inefficient use of like parts ever. It's pretty bad. So I don't think it'd be very cost effective for Bandai to do a Rosen Zulu as a P-Bandai item.
Yeah, it's crazy for me to see this because I'm just still learning about kits and inspiration for designs. And I just thought the Rosen Zulu was an original design on its own. But then I see this and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm getting schooled.
Yeah, the Rosen Zulu is a descendant of the Hama Hama.
Yeah, it's cool seeing the lineage.
Sorry, being invaded.
Noah's crashing the party. Uh-oh.
He's the
Zach,
one who's
your
sick.
cold sounds horrible there.
Oh no, coughing.
Man. So we've got to ask some hypotheticals here because I know the chat's blowing up on that. So we've got the RE Ifrit. So maybe RE Blue Destiny? Xavier, maybe?
I don't know if I wonder if they'll probably make like the Venom designs, the Master Grade, and then like some of the more like off Xeon type ones into RE that they complement each other. Because the Hama Hama and the Bawu are designed to pair with the double Zeta Master Grade Burka.
Right. Was there any talk about the Jagan being released in a 1/100? I know the chat kind of blew up a little bit on there about the Jagan. Please say yes.
I don't know, honestly. Like people are still thinking that. Are people still thinking that one image from like 2 years ago was like a list of candidates? Like it wasn't a list of candidates. It was just like the Efreet Kai. It's like the Efreet Kai was on there, and then like everything else on there was just to, like throw you off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like
and it wasn't a list of candidates. It was just a list of like, let's put these other ones on here and see like who can actually guess it's the Efreet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you had like Reborn's mech on there, and some other really obscure things too. So
I think you're just asking in general, though, aren't you, Tim?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No doubt. Because I mean, the like I said, the chat was kind of going on hypotheticals, and any chance of this, any chance of that, and those two. Yeah, there it is.
What I'm really
the cool thing is that
what I'm really pushing for is like the wing stuff, like an Aries or a Leo. That's what I've been pushing, because those are obscure to the point of that it's never going to happen as an MG. Like we know this already. Like just from even a casual person like just getting into Gundam would know that the Aries is not something that's popular enough to warrant like a master grade production. But like the RE100 line is intended for this type of stuff. So if they ever paired like additional Wing TV master grade releases, like they could pair them with the Oz mobile suits in the RE line.
Gotcha.
But so far the RE line
is in there too, right?
What's that?
It'd
be nice to see like a Tauros in there too, right?
That would be interesting, yeah. I just didn't think that wing was that popular in Japan, though.
It doesn't. Well, I mean, like, how many master grades have they released of Wing? Like, almost all of them. What do you mean it's not popular?
Well, I know Wing's popular outside of Japan. I was under the impression it just wasn't all that or as popular inside of Japan as it was on the outside of Japan.
No, it's pretty popular in Japan too. Like, I don't know why people think it's not popular at all. It's pretty popular in Japan too, especially all the Kotoki versions of the designs.
Right.
And also considering, like, if you think about another series like 00, where they haven't released master grades of like the other lead Gundams from that series.
Yeah.
You think about how popular that series is too.
Yeah.
True.
Like some of that also might just be a case of planning. Like so, like all the Wing MGs that came out are from the manga EW adaptation. So those were launched in conjunction with that manga and also with Frozen Teardrop novel. For 00, I think some more 00 stuff will happen, like with this anniversary, and also with if they make any upcoming projects to coincide with it. That Gundam Wing manga was how many years after the original TV series? Shit, that was like 15. Jeez. So, I mean, they sort of plan these like larger projects. They plan like together with Sunrise and like various other partners who are making material. They won't just release stuff as a one-off unless there's some like anniversary or some new material coming out.
Right.
Like Double Zeta is part of Double Zeta's anniversary, so.
Gotcha.
The stuff on this list they are making.
Yeah.
They made the GM Sniper too. It's just not.
It's not an RE.
And they made Bau. It's just not an RE.
I'm annoyed at that. I was wishing we got the Sniper as an RE, not an MG. Jeez. They were tricking us.
No. People are totally are totally misinterpreting this image.
Yeah.
It's the one in the top left corner, and then everything else they just threw darts on a board to like see which items would throw people off.
Yeah, it's like they could have had the Ifrit on the top left, and then 8 Kshatriyas on this image.
Yeah, right.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know what the one on the bottom, the second one in. I don't even know
Victory.
What
that.
Yeah, it's not the Rig Contio. It's or is it the Rig Contio? I don't remember now either.
That name sounds familiar. That might be right, but yeah, it's an obscure thing from Victory.
I mean, seriously, that could have been something from like some other genre.
Yeah.
Insert item from other like robot show. No one will know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that could be like from Super Robot Wars or something like that, and I still wouldn't have known, that was in Gundam, honestly. So, yeah.
I mean, if you didn't know anything about Gundam and you just saw this, you probably wouldn't guess that these are all from the same like sort of universe. Well, they're not from the same universe, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
totally.
I mean a few of them. Yeah. And I guess it depends on the artwork. If you had the same artist, illustrating each one of them, then maybe a different story. But yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from. So, All right, cool. Let's get back on the releases here real quick, because I know we've got a few more, and time is starting to get a little low on us here. We've been having a good conversation about releases so far. I know there's some high grades, and then there's this.
Oh,
this beast.
I
This
loved
looks
it at
really
first.
cool.
Oh yeah, I have bigger pictures of that one too. Gotta find it now.
Now, am I the only one that is reminded of the Sinanju Stein when I look at the high res wing for some reason?
I
think so.
Look at the legs, especially.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
No, it's the double layer on the kneecap.
Yeah, and the stance of it and everything, like the proportions. It just reminds me of the Stein or even the Sinanju in some way.
And the thick on the thighs as well, the thick white.
Yeah.
No, totally. It's the same. It's the kneecap. That's what it is. It's the double kneecaps.
Yeah, no, I definitely think you're right. It's got that same kind of shape to it, which is really cool.
I love the look of most of the kit. The waist.
And they've super slimmed down the waist. They've done the thing that a lot of customizers do. They thin it down and then they lift it up a little bit. It looks like.
Yep. Yeah.
The odd thing for me, and I think, let's see, where is there a better picture, is how thin the waist is, which I'm fine with, and then it's just like, boom, explodes out where like the skirt armor is super wide.
Yeah. I'm not as much of a fan of that. It's a bit too exaggerated for my taste. Yeah.
I love the legs, the very flat looking feet.
Yeah. They're great.
I think that aesthetic works for this particular design. It doesn't work for everything, but for this particular design, I think it does work pretty good. Especially with the wings coming out and just the different shapes, especially with the forearm armor being a little exaggerated out. Because I know if you were to compare this to the perfect grade, that blue forearm armor right there where Zach is pointing goes just straight. And it just goes straight back. It doesn't flare out. And the winglet there is much smaller and much wider front to back. So by thinning it out and exaggerating the point a little bit more, it definitely gives a much different aesthetic, a much more aggressive look, I think, overall. So I dig it. I totally dig this.
If only it wasn't $120.
Yeah, that's a little prohibitive. Yeah.
It's still cheaper than the perfect grade, but it's because of the natural size of the design. It's going to be kind of small too.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, the mechanism that they made for the wing here. Very, very different, but it definitely looks a lot more like utilitarian, mechanical here.
Yeah. I do like that look. I hadn't noticed that before you said it.
The master grade, where it's just like you have the mechanical arm and it just like plugs straight into the wing. Here you have much more of a kind of mechanism there where it actually is connected.
Yeah, like a socket almost.
And it can transform.
Really?
Yeah, it's utilizing the new the Neo Bird mode that's been revealed in the manga.
Oh, neat.
Oh wow!
We did have these pictures of the weapons, and they added the shield as well.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh, so it does transform. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I have it on my image right here.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah.
You have a different image than that, Xavier?
No, it's
Yeah,
just
he's
closer.
got a. I was gonna say Xavier's got a bigger image. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, here you go. Yeah.
That's pretty neat. I dig it.
Yeah, not so much for me, but the Wing Gundam's transformation has never really been that great in the other versions.
Wow, yeah, it's very simplistic.
Just flip it over.
Turn my head around.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the legs don't even turn on this version. Like, you just flip it over.
Just scrunch up there.
Just flip it over, put the shield on over your head. Boom, you have a aerodynamic design.
Nice.
But yeah, 12,000 yen for that.
Oh.
So that was cheaper. Wasn't the Barbatos more than that though?
Yes.
So it's cheaper than the Barbatos. Strangely enough.
Still for a 1/100 scale,
Yeah.
that just hurts.
Yeah, we're just
The
not the
frame
market. Hey,
Yeah,
What's that?
I guess, sorry.
we're just not the market for it.
I guess so. Yeah.
Like if they had a high res Sananju, I probably would get it
Yeah.
because it would just look insane. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
The
like
frame
one of your
does look
favorites
nice.
too, though.
Yeah, frame looks good.
I think the frame looks nicer and it looks more solid than the Barbatos frame did.
Mm.
It
Now,
looks
is that
like
all? Sorry, go ahead, Zach.
no, I was just gonna say it looks like just a regular master grade frame, where like the Barbatos high res frame looked very different. But I guess that's just because the IBO Gundam frame is very different looking. But
Right.
Yeah.
Now, those kind of olive-looking armor pieces, are those die cast or are those plastic as well?
Those are the die-cast parts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. They looked kind of die cast, but I wasn't sure. I thought it, could have very well just been different color paint or something.
is there any like reason to making those die casts, like other than just the aesthetic of them looking very like
No,
metal?
because die-cast adds value to any sort of product you introduce the material in, but that's because die-cast is expensive from a die-cast is expensive because it's hard to produce a lot of copies of something in die-cast material. So there's like waste that's incorporated into the expenditure calculation. It basically upshoots the price for anything. It does provide weight and stability depending on how it's used inside products. But I personally don't like the use of die-cast. It's just part of an age-old thing that's remained from the days of other types of robot toys where they were incorporating die-cast.
Yeah, like the original Transformers. I remember having the cars and they had the little center core was all die-cast.
Yeah. Some of the old Voltron figures and stuff too, yeah.
I mean, there's like premium lines, like the Solo Chogokin line is a premium die-cast robot line that has extensive use of die-cast materials. But for Gundam type stuff, like the metal build line, which is pre-made action figure stuff that's around 1/100 scale and die-cast, it's kind of pushing it in terms of expense. Those are like $200 plus, but I don't know. The purpose behind the high resolution line was to basically introduce a high-end product that was a combination of a model kit and also something that was pre-made, which is why the frame is like pre-assembled. But I have mixed feelings on it, but I think they're gonna keep going with it by introducing some more well-known characters, like Wing Zero.
Right. Now, moving on from that, just real quick, I know we're getting really, really low on time here. Zach, what you have on screen right now is kind of the one I really, really wanted to talk about because this actually has been overshadowed by a lot of the other release information, all of the Unicorn and stuff like that. But this is the high-grade Blue Destiny, and one of the cool things that is kind of incorporated with this is the idea that Bandai can change the design very easily, between prototype and release. Some of the more, I guess, savvy Japanese guys that took pictures of this had a comparison graphic of how the prototypes seen at previous shows have differed from the prototype here. And I think, Xavier, you even posted that on your own personal Facebook page too.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat to see that, kind of how different some of the shapes were and things.
Especially in the chest area.
Yeah, there's everything from minor things like, oh, this angle is now like much wider than it was before, to like, oh, this like is completely like a different shape. This is a different protrusion. The width of this portion on the forehead is different. Like there's so many minuscule changes that add up to a lot.
Yeah. Well, the one thing that caught my eye was the length of the side skirts, because they were in the previous prototype, they were shorter than the front skirts.
Uh-huh.
They lengthened them probably a good 2-3 millimeters, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you see it, it's pretty staggering how much they lengthened those side skirts, which was pretty neat to see. But I still think this thing looks fat, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know the Blue Destiny, and it does look fat. The chest, the torso, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the original design. Yeah.
yeah. See, I'm a big fan of the Blue Destiny design myself. Obviously, having done one, but you know, the one kind of core detail for the Blue Destiny was the midriff, you know, the torso underneath the chest connecting to the waist, and that was always like this just round cylinder, you know, with you know, kind of panel lines going through it, and it just seems very, very short. So I think that's probably one of the main reasons why I think this thing looks fat. It's just kind of short there in the middle, you know.
Even just between these two, you can see the exam head is different.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And there. So gonna have two heads included, or just parts to make either one of the two heads?
It's a good question.
I don't know the answer to that, unfortunately. Actually, don't know the reason why they're releasing this either.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's cool.
Yeah, but like, okay, what's it go with?
Yeah. Because it's cool. Oh yeah, see, there's that Jagan that I saw.
This is the one
that
you're talking about?
Jagan. Yeah.
Is this from Twilight Axis?
I think so, yeah. Scroll up to the thing, yeah. Bandai. Oh, this is the online, the hobby shop version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was on the box art for the Tristan.
Was it?
I don't know.
Wait,
I
have a zoomed up image of the box art for the Tristan. Let me see. Is it on there?
I think it's, if I remember correctly.
There's a Jagan on there, but I don't think it's that one.
If I remember correctly, it's on the left side of the Tristan box art.
There's a.
Or is that?
Jagan
Yeah, there's. Yeah. Or is that the purple one?
Yeah, it's purple. Yeah, but it's not. Not that one. Yeah, what?
I don't know. It could be the lighting. I don't know.
And what does it have? Is that some sort of like beam lance or something? What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
I hadn't noticed that before.
And I'll be honest with you, the box art makes the Tristan look badass.
Yeah.
The
actual model looks
illustration.
Yeah, the actual model looks like doo-doo, but the box art makes it look pretty badass. I gotta say.
Yeah.
The Twilight Axis thing is such an interesting thing. It's a very low budget thing. They're experimenting with like their online distribution platform for delivering content. So I mean, this was based off a light novel that was started serializing like last year. But I'm not too familiar with the story myself, but I do know that like this is a very small production. Like you could only see it like using like the Gundam Fan Club like app if you live in Japan.
Well, I saw some update that said that it was going to be available on their regular YouTube channel as well.
Yeah,
but
maybe it's like
just like the first episode.
I don't know if it's like that's like a limited like release thing or like because I think the episode duration of each is like also minuscule as well. Like for the US, like in other parts of the world, I don't know if they're gonna wait until like it's all combined to release, or if they're gonna release like each segment individually. Like it's gonna be really interesting because like all the designs in the show are from they're basically repurposed, retrofitted, upgraded variants of older designs. Like it even shows in the high grade kits that they're making of it too. Like I don't know what to make of that, other than that they're trying things.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It could be
Trying
cool.
things can sometimes be good, though.
Yeah.
Trying things can lead to other good things. Like
I really like this.
1/100 Blue Destiny. Just saying.
I want an Alex 2.0 first.
Oh, please.
Okay. I'll agree with that. Yeah, I'll take that. Alex Verka.
I'll want an
Yeah.
Alex Verka with a P-Bandai Tristan. That sounds like it'd probably work.
Thank you, Xavier. Yeah, I'm totally down with that. Totally down with that, man.
So are these Origin Zakus?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same
Man, I like
thing.
that. I like that back
Yeah, these
armor
look
thing on the
good.
arm. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just, that's the only new part there. It looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think these aesthetically look really good.
Yeah.
I like the proportions on the Origins.
What?
I gotta go.
Oh, gotcha.
There's a lot of stuff we didn't get to.
Yeah,
This
there's
is
so
just
many releases. So many releases.
recolored Gundam local type.
Yeah, but we got through the good ones.
Love the addition of the cannon on that though. The Origins. It's Gundam.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that local type's getting a lot of use out of its mold.
Yeah,
right. Who would have thought?
All the new build fighter stuff we didn't talk about was awesome. GMs.
All right, go to the secret thing that has the 4 cans.
Huh? This one?
Oh, the 4 cans. Yeah, what's up with that?
Hidden ones. Yeah.
This one.
Is this a Build Fighters thing?
All right,
Yeah.
so the one on the left is a Barzam. The one in the middle is the Sharzaku. The one on the second from the right is the Reborns. The one on the far right is the Cherubim.
Bam!
There you
Oh
go.
man.
You can
Heard it here
identify
first,
it if
people.
you were at the show. Like,
Okay.
Nice. Exclusive info.
not really. You just needed to they purposely did these so that you could, if you take pictures of them, like it's hard to figure out what the hell they are. But if you
Yeah.
are actually physically
You're
there,
there.
you can stand there long enough and figure it out.
Nice.
Cool.
Very cool. All right. All right. So we're a few minutes over. I know we didn't get through everything, but we got through the most important stuff. I would have loved to touch on the hobby show part because there were some really amazing builds by some very, very talented modelers. If you guys haven't seen the 1/300 scale battleship, that thing's amazing. Go search it up because some dude scratch built a 1/300 scale battle cruiser with 2 mobile suits and stuff on the deck. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So anywho, let's get some plugs in and stuff like that. Let's wrap it up because I know Zach, you said you've got to run. So you want to go first? What do you got to plug, man?
Yeah, I'll go first and then take off. Just check out my channel, ZakuAurelius, on June 1st. I've got an update coming for you guys, and at that time I'll also be announcing a giveaway. So look forward to that.
Cool. All right. Josh?
I'll take off. Xavier, thanks for hanging out, though. Just want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Good talk about
Actually,
you.
maybe that was a 1.5 Gundam. I don't know. It was the same friggin' kit anyway.
Nice.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you, Zach.
Take care, Zach. All right, Josh, what do you got to plug, man?
Yep, Josh Rodera. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and I post all my work in progresses and love chatting to everybody. So say hi anytime, and that's about it from me. Oh, and also do Gundam artwork on joshuadara.com. I send them all around the world, so go check them out and make an order anytime you like. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Good deal. Xavier, go ahead and plug whatever, man.
So the U.S. regionals are starting for the Gunpla Builders World Cup.
Yeah.
Please go ahead and register for whatever entry site you guys want to attend as soon as you can. I'll be attending some of those myself, so hopefully I'll see you around. There may be a possibility that Meijin Kawaguchi is going to AX or New York Comic Con, so hopefully we'll see some more news from that. This will be the first time he'd be in the U.S.
Nice.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that from Benji. He messaged me on the low, so but that'll be pretty damn cool if Kawaguchi's able to make it to one or even both of them. That would be a huge thing. So, but what else you got? Anything else, Xavier?
No, that's it. Thanks for letting me be on the show. Hope to drop by again soon.
Absolutely,
Good to have
man.
you.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome anytime, brother, because I know
Yeah.
everybody loves having you. We love having you. It's always an amazing conversation. So thank you for taking your time and being on with us today. All right. So for me, guys, real quick, shadowmecha.com is still obviously in the works. That's a little bit on the back burner right now. But follow me on Facebook and Instagram, a little bit of Twitter. You can see all of the progress shots and everything of the Ozymandias and all that good stuff. I know, just real quick, I know ASEN was today, and their GBWC leg was today. I haven't seen the winners or anything like that, but congrats to those who have won. But other than that, man, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next month here on Gunpla Talk. So take care, everybody.
See ya. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.